Welcome to Spoken Grace, where each word is rooted in truth, wrapped in love, and led by faith. If your heart feels heavy today, if the pressure of life is crowding out your peace, you're not alone. Maybe you've been carrying burdens that no one else sees, or maybe you're just trying to hold everything together while quietly falling apart. Overwhelm has a way of draining our joy, stealing our clarity, and making us forget how to simply breathe. But God's Word offers more than just comfort. It offers rest. Today, we're going to walk through 8 biblical truths that can anchor your soul when life feels too much. So take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Let's step gently into God's presence together. Truth number 1. God invites you to rest, not perform. Let's begin with this truth from Jesus himself. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. God isn't asking you to fix everything or pretend you're fine. He simply says, come. In a world that constantly demands performance, achievement, and hustle, Jesus offers rest as a gift, not a reward. This isn't just physical rest, it's soul rest, the kind that quiets your anxious thoughts and reminds you that you don't have to carry it all. Maybe it's time to release the pressure to be everything for everyone. God never asked you to be perfect. He asked you to be present with Him. Truth number 2. God sees what others don't. When life is overwhelming, it can feel like no one really understands. But there's comfort in knowing that God sees the whole picture, even the parts you've kept hidden. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. Psalm 139, verse 1. You're not invisible. You're not forgotten. God sees your late nights, your silent tears, your buried stress, and your quiet courage. He knows the weight you carry and how it affects you. Even when no one else asks how you're really doing, God already knows, and He cares. Truth number 3. Rest is not laziness. It's obedience. Sometimes we resist rest because we've been taught to feel guilty for slowing down. But biblical rest is an act of obedience. God Himself modeled rest after creating the world. By the 7th day, God had finished the work He had been doing. So on the 7th day, He rested. Genesis 2, verse 2. If the Creator of the universe paused, why do we think we shouldn't? Rest isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's acknowledging that we're not God, and we were never meant to carry life alone. When you rest, you make space for God to move. Truth number 4. God is your refuge, not your to-do list. When you rest, you make space for God to move. We often try to organize our way out of overwhelm. We make lists, set alarms, rearrange plans, hoping it will quiet our inner chaos. But true peace doesn't come from productivity. It comes from presence. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46, verse 1. Refuge means shelter, safety, a place to hide. When everything feels like it's closing in, God offers Himself as your refuge. So instead of running to another plan, run to His presence. He's your safe place. Truth number 5. You're not falling behind. You're being led. It's easy to feel like you're not doing enough or not moving fast enough. But God is never rushed, and His timing is never wrong. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23, verses 2 to 3. You don't have to race ahead or figure it all out. God leads gently. He restores slowly. If you're in a season of waiting or walking slowly, that's not failure. It's faith. Let yourself breathe in the truth that you're being led, not left behind. Truth number 6. God's grace covers what you can't handle. When you feel like you're at the end of yourself, that's exactly where God's grace meets you. Paul wrote, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. You don't need to be strong all the time. You don't have to hold it all together. Grace means that when you can't, God still can. Let go of the lie that says you're failing if you're tired. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is admit you need help and let grace carry what you can't. Truth number 7. Stillness makes room for God's voice. Overwhelm can create noise in our hearts, racing thoughts, looping worries, and mental clutter. But God often speaks in the stillness. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46, verse 10. Stillness isn't just the absence of movement. It's the presence of peace. Try turning off the noise, even for a few minutes. Let your soul be quiet enough to hear the whisper, I am with you. I will sustain you. You are not alone. Truth number 8. Rest is found in trusting God's control. At the core of overwhelm is the fear that things might fall apart if we stop holding them together. But rest comes when we remember we are not in control, but God is. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Imagine setting your burdens down at His feet, one by one. Not because they aren't real, but because you trust Him to hold what you can't. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to remember who does. If your heart has been overwhelmed, these truths are your invitation to rest, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Rest is found not in escape, but in returning to the one who holds your every moment. God's word is not just advice, it's a lifeline. And every verse is a reminder that you don't walk through this life alone. You don't need to carry the weight of the world. The one who holds the universe also holds you. So here's the one truth to carry into your day. God doesn't need you to hold it all together. He invites you to let Him hold you. Let that truth be enough. Let it quiet your soul. Let it be your permission to slow down, breathe deep, and receive the peace that only He can give. If today's message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs encouragement, or let us know in the comments how this truth is speaking to your heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more honest, grace-filled guidance from God's Word. Until next time, keep your heart open, your faith steady, and your life full of spoken grace.